Good morning, family, friends. This is Coach Herb. I'm here to remind you, my friend, that it is your life story. And yes, you can rewrite it if you want to. I have a word for you this morning, my friend. And that word, my friend, is your journey. Yes, I want to talk to you this morning about your journey. I have a quote on my wall in my office, and it says, "The journey to 1,000 miles begin with a single step." Yes, the journey to 1,000 miles begin with a single step. So this morning, my friend, I want to talk to you briefly about your journey. And I want to talk more specifically about that step, that single step that most people fail to take. What is that step? What is that step that leads you to your journey? What is that step called that starts your journey? Well, that step, my friend, it can be given many names, but for me right now, I want to call it faith. I want to call it faith. That's that single step that begins your journey. But many people do not take that step. Many people never begin that journey because they do not take that step of faith. And I'm going to tell you why, in my opinion, why so many people don't take the step of faith. It's because of how they even view faith and how they look at faith. Faith is a noun, right? So when you look at faith as a noun, it becomes something that is static. It becomes something, that is just in your mind. But when you look at faith as a verb, it becomes actionable. It becomes something that you do, not just something that you ponder on or something that you believe, but it becomes something that you become. So this morning, we're talking about your journey. We're talking about taking that single step that's going to lead you to the place that you have a desire to be in life. So a journey to 1,000 miles, my friend, it begins with just a single step. And that's a step of faith. So I want you to reevaluate your faith this morning. Is the faith that you have, is it a noun or is it a verb? Is the faith that you have, is it static or is it something that is moving? Is it something that is alive? Because if you have static faith, it's not going to get you anywhere. You need moving faith. You need growing faith. Jesus said, if you had the faith of a mustard seed, then you should be able to move mountains. Now, Jesus wasn't saying that you need just a little bit of faith. He didn't say that you just need a tiny amount of faith. That's not what he was saying when he used the analogy of the mustard seed. Because if you know anything about a mustard seed is one of the smallest of all seeds. However, within that seed, it has great potential. I'm going to say that again. It's one of the smallest of all seeds, but within that seed, it has great potential to produce something greater than it looks and what it appears to be. So we're talking about that type of faith that it's not just a small amount of faith, an insignificant amount of faith. It's talking about something that produces something great. It's talking about a faith that grows. We're talking about a faith, my friend, that moves, a faith that is alive. So when you look at your journey, when you look at the places that you desire to be, how is your faith? Is your faith static, my friend? Is it something that you just believe, or is it something that you do? Is it something that you have become? Because until you change your faith into a verb, until your faith becomes actionable, then that journey to 1,000 miles, you'll never begin. It begins with that first step, the actionable faith, the faith that moves. The faith that moves beyond the fear, the faith that moves beyond the doubt. There are so many people who never take that first step. And that first step, my friend, that is the most important step, because without that step, your journey never begins. Your journey never starts without that first step. So I want you to reevaluate this morning your steps. I want you to reevaluate your faith this morning. That first step, that's that step of faith. Is it a noun or is that step a verb? Is it static or is it moving? Is it actionable? Does that faith produce results? Because that's what we needed to do. We need your faith to get you to where you're trying to go. Faith without works is dead. Yes, faith without works is dead. We know anything that is dead, it has no life. Anything that is dead, my friend, it doesn't move, it doesn't answer, it doesn't respond to anything. It's dead. So your faith without your works, without your action, without your commitment, my friend, it's not going to get you. It's not going to get you where you're trying to go. It's not going to move you along on your journey. So I need you to reevaluate your faith this morning. Is my faith a noun or is my faith a verb? Is my faith static or is my faith moving? Do I have faith but do not have works? Because I need both in order for my faith to stay alive. Because if I just have faith by itself without the works, it's dead. It produced the same thing something that is dead produced. Nothing but an odor, nothing but a stench. That's what dead faith produces. The odor and the stench of regret. I wish I should have, could have. That's the odor that it produces when you have faith without works. A life full of regrets, a life full of pain. So this morning, I'm challenging you, my friend, to reevaluate your faith. Don't give up on your journey. And I want you to take that first step today. I want you to be intentional. And I want your faith, my friend, not to be static anymore. I want your faith to come alive today. I want your faith to move today. Let it move today. Let it be actionable today. Let your faith be accompanied with your works today. And your journey begins. Because your journey, my friend, it does not begin until you take that first step. A step that is alive. A step, my friend, that you can measure. Take that first step today. Make your faith actionable. Bring your faith to life. It's an action word. Faith, my friend, without works, it doesn't produce anything that's alive. It's not going to get you where you're trying to go. Many of you, you're stuck. You're stuck because of fear. You're stuck not because you don't have faith, because the reality is God has given every man a measure of faith. It's what you're doing with your faith. Faith is compared to a seed. And what do you do with a seed? You plant a seed. A seed must be planted, and it must be planted in the right environment. You water a seed, you nurture a seed, and that seed will produce. So where is your faith planted? What environment is your faith being planted in? How are you nurturing? How are you watering that seed? Because it does matter. If your faith is sitting on the shelf, it would never produce anything. If your faith is in a toxic environment, an environment where it's not being nurtured, an environment where it's not being watered, it's not going to grow. And you're not going to get to the place that you want to be in life. But there's hope, my friend, because God has placed a growing faith in you. There's a seed in you that has the potential to grow. It has the potential to become better, to get bigger. It's in you because he placed it in you. But you have to make a choice with the faith that he has already given you. God has given you the faith. Now you have to produce the works, because faith without works is dead. But a journey to 1,000 miles begins with just one single step. So I need you to step out on your faith and watch your journey begin. This is Coach Herb, and I'm always here to remind you, my friend, that it is your life story, and you can rewrite it if you want to. Don't give up on your dreams. It doesn't matter who believes in you, who don't believe in you. The only thing that matters at this point is that you believe in you. You believe in you. You trust what God has given you. You trust what God has already provided for you. You trust what God has shared with you. He said, though the vision tarry, wait for it, because it shall come to pass. So it may be taking a little longer than you expected, but wait for it. Wait for it, my friend. And continue to do all that you can do. Don't allow your faith to just sit on the shelf, but put your faith to work. And remember, faith without works is dead.